FTX is about to inject a lot of money back into the markets, which could pump alts. Trump says crypto is very important for the US, and our RWA altcoin is about to make a comeback. This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody, and if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop latest content. Follow us on Twitter, altcoinbuzz.io, and as always, not financial advice, and wish the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Alright, you guys, happy Monday. So starting off today, we have been rejecting over the weekend from this major order block here around at $96,000. This is pretty much what we expected. This is a major resistance before we go to all-time highs. So we're having a little bit of a sell-off, and kind of like I thought, we'd probably come down here towards at least $92,000, $91,000, which I expect probably will happen either today or tomorrow because we do have FOMC on Wednesday. So I do expect the market to kind of chop around until FOMC, not pick a big direction until that happens, as people are kind of just waiting and sidelined until we see what happens. As of right now, there's no expectation for a rate cut. It's pretty much like 98% don't expect a rate cut. But still, people are going to be waiting for FOMC to really put positions on. So I think we're probably going to chop around, maybe sell off a little bit more. For Bitcoin, maybe go down towards $92,000, $91,000. But I don't expect a whole lot to happen before that FOMC event does happen on Wednesday. But unfortunately, as Bitcoin goes down, our alts will probably slowly bleed out, but we'll probably get better entries on them as well, which we'll cover in a minute. First off, today we have President Trump says the crypto market was much stronger than the stock market during the recent crash. It's very popular and very hot. He says this.
I want crypto. I think crypto is important because if we don't do it, China's going to. And it's new. It's very popular. It's very hot. If you look at the market, when the market went down, that stayed much stronger than other aspects of the market. But I want crypto because a lot of people, millions of people want it. I don't know if you know that Biden went after it violently, and then before the election, he changed his tune entirely. His head of the SEC, everybody changed their tune. You know why? Because there were hundreds of millions of people that are participating in crypto, and they wanted to get their votes.
And then we have ARK Invest, Kathy Woods, saying Bitcoin is about to explode just like a gold. So she says this.
And then finally, always like to talk about Bitcoin to gold. And again, gold going parabolic did take this ratio down, but you'll notice that it did not break the uptrend that is in place and that we think will remain in place. Bitcoin did act more as a risk-on asset in the market's recent correction. It behaved like the NASDAQ, unlike gold. But we believe that it was just correcting to this trend line because the Bitcoin price went up so much more than the gold price last year. So we think that this trend line will continue to move up if we're right that we're moving back into a risk-on environment. Now, the gold, why did gold act as risk off, but Bitcoin not do so? I just described one reason. Bitcoin was way ahead of the gold price. So that is one reason. But I think the other reason is we weren't in a financial collapse like 08, 09. And the banking system was, or the counterparty risk in the banking system was not called into question. So we think the flight to safety into gold was more of a, hey, let's readjust and get this back into some kind of trend line.
And on top of that, NVIDIA is reportedly considering adding Bitcoin into its balance sheet after its almost 25% stock decline. So pretty much any time a stock goes down, they're like, oh, let's add Bitcoin to our balance sheet. That'll help us. It's working out so far for those who have done it. And then LA Chart says the crypto market has seen nearly $19 billion in capital inflows over the past 30 days. And on top of that, Crypto Rover says FTX will distribute $16 billion in cash to creditors on the 30th of May. This money will flow back into crypto. You're not bullish enough. So this isn't actually right. $16 billion was the total number. They already distributed, I believe, over $5 billion-ish to investors who had under $50,000 in their accounts. So the smaller accounts on FTX. Now the bigger accounts that had over $50,000 are being paid out, which I believe is about $11 billion left. So still a lot of money. But it is around $11 billion that is now flowing to investors with over $50,000 in their account at the time the FTX went down. So still a lot of money could be coming into altcoins in the next 30 days and 25 days when May 30th comes around. And then we have Solana, has more trading volume than all other chains, 92% according to Magic Eden. Also, Solana, just check the numbers again, and it's true, Solana is the home of founders. We have a lot of new users, a lot of new hackathon registrations, and a lot of companies, or a lot of countries participating in their hackathon. So everyone is building on Solana. We also have Cole saying Solana stablecoins are gaining material market share versus Ethereum mainnet and in the top 3 layer 2s. Stablecoins issued on Solana as a percentage of Ethereum mainnet plus top 3 layer 2s is 9.84% today, 170% increase in the last year, and 280% increase year to date. I see no reason why this figure doesn't go to 25+% in the next few months. So pretty much all stablecoin activity and a lot of new projects are pretty much being built on Solana. Ethereum's losing a lot of builders. Solana dominates all chains in DEX volume over the past 7 days, nearly doubling Ethereum. Now, as for Solana's price, we had a bit of a pump over the past week, but kind of like Bitcoin, I think we are going to be coming down here, at least to this $136 level. This would be a higher low being formed right here. But if we do head a little bit lower, it is possible we come down to this level around 124, which would actually be a great level I'd like to buy if we did come down to this level, because this would be a higher low as well, but it'd be in a really good discount area. You can see this is a major level of support that we've now flipped. So if we can hold this level around 124, a great place to buy Solana if it does come down here. But likewise, if it does break down underneath and maybe Bitcoin is falling below $91,000, this would correlate to Solana breaking down below here probably. If that does happen, you're going to want to be out of Solana when that happens, because the next level is probably coming back down towards this $80 level, somewhere around here, this next level of support. So between 94 and around 86-ish dollars is the next major level of support for Solana. So if it does happen, if you're in any longs, you probably want to get out when we break down below this level. But likewise, I think this is a major level of support and I think it will hold. So if we come down here, it's probably a great buy. But then likewise, the next area I'd be looking for is probably around 90, 92, 94 dollars. Not 94,000, $94. So that is Solana. Then we have Not Telling saying Coinbase and Upbit official showing increase in Ondo holdings recently. Very interesting. We also have Lazzy Cloud saying Upbit has been steadily accumulating over 14 million Ondo in the past week, despite the market being in poor condition. Currently holding 15% of the circulating supply. Upbit really likes Ondo. Keep in mind, Upbit is a market maker that plays very skillfully. Their pump and dump moves are hard to predict. So Upbit has been accumulating a lot of Ondo. We also have Sujal saying token unlock. The next Ondo token unlock will happen on the 18th of January, 2026. So we still have a while. It's like eight months-ish. It has the Ondo chain coming very soon, along with Ondo Global Markets to unlock tokenized U.S. securities like stocks and ETFs. Ondo is also working with the SEC Crypto Task Force for tokenized assets framework. All these things will further boost protocol utility, and no token unlock will act as an even bigger bullish catalyst. So Ondo is one that, even though we have a lot of good things coming out, it's kind of like the rest of the market, kind of slowly bleeding out over the past couple of days. This next level of support is around 81 cents, but I'm not sure. It has been a little bit weaker right now, so I don't know if this will necessarily hold unless Bitcoin magically reverses. So I do think it is possible we come down to this next area, so around 62, 63-ish cents. If we break below this level, this next major support here, around 60 cents, because I'm not too sure if this is going to hold. It's been a little bit weaker than the other altcoins recently, so we're going to have to watch Ondo. A lot of bullish things coming out for Ondo, but the price right now slowly declining, so we'll have to see. So not necessarily anything to do with Ondo right now, just waiting to see what happens. Then we have Torero Romero saying Sui lending protocols see massive Bitcoin inflows. Navi protocol leads with 61.7% market share. So Sui has been adding a lot of Bitcoin, utility on their protocol. And then we have Fungible Games, which is actually our other channel. And Mike was actually at Token2049 and Sui Basecamp in Dubai last week. So they made this video at Sui's Basecamp. And they said, why choose between Web 2 and Web 3? Gaming should be fun. Suiplay will let you earn rewards from favorite games on Epic Games, Steam, and crypto games, all on a sleek handheld with wallet integration and true ownership. Mike got hands on the Suiplay OX1 at Sui Basecamp. Here's what went down.
Here at Sui Basecamp, we're actually able to get our hands on the new Suiplay. So what we're going to do is we're going to test it out, see how it feels, and everyone's comparing it to the Nintendo Switch 2. So let's go check it out. This is the Suiplay OX1, and it's the upcoming handheld gaming console developed by Miston Labs with Playtron Gaming OS, a Linux-based system optimized for gaming. For this one, expect slashed fees, instant cash outs, easy minting, and new dev revenue with easy integration, making this an amazing device not only for traditional games, but for Web3 technology integration as well. The display itself is a 7-inch bezel-less IPS screen with a resolution of 1920 by 1200. Pre-orders are priced in at $5.99, where payments are accepted in Sui, ETH, Solana, or other cryptocurrencies. Not only will it run your favorite PC titles, but it'll power blockchain-based games like the Sui-powered game like Anxiety, a pop shooter with RPG elements, and Dark Times, a Nordic-inspired medieval brawler royale. Plus, speaking of innovation, this is going to feature G-Dollar, which will be the gaming stablecoin built for this ecosystem. And in terms of getting your own, you can expect to get one around September or Q3 2025.
And then Zia says, Sui Network Q1 highlights the data points to deeper structural attraction. The DEX volumes are plus 245%, shows real liquidity flow, not just token churn. Bitcoin FI's 4x suggests growing demand for Bitcoin native primitives. Walrus Protocol mainnet as missing infrastructure for data-heavy apps, and ecosystem growth is developer-led, not incentive-chased. We also have Sui saying a Sui ETF by 21 shares is coming soon. So Sui has a lot of big things coming out. Sui's actually looking pretty good. If you guys remember, we did this TA last week. We pretty much bounced from this level here, which we were expecting around $3.20. We are making a new high here. So it is possible we head up higher, but like I said, with Bitcoin, if Bitcoin starts to roll over and heads down a little bit lower, I do expect this to probably consolidate maybe around this level, and that wouldn't be too bad. It's still high or low for Sui. But Sui is one of the stronger coins. You can see here, it's up almost 5% on the day. Well, other things like Bitcoin are slightly down, Ondo slightly down, XRP, Solana, they're all pretty much break even, except for Sui and Litecoin, which we're actually going to get to now. So we have James Safert saying the Canary Fund's Litecoin ETF filing is due for a decision, possibly a delay, by Monday, the 5th of May, which is today. The SEC went early and delayed a bunch of filings, but not this. If any asset has a chance for an early approval, it's Litecoin in my opinion. Personally, I think a delay is more likely, but definitely something to watch. So Litecoin could have a decision coming out today, which is part of the reason why it's pumping ahead of other altcoins. We also have Eric Balchunas saying, we'll love to hear directly from Atkins, the new SEC chair, but all good chance of happening. Here's our latest odds of approval for all the different spot ETFs via James Safert. So you can see here we have the basket of different assets. We have 90%. We have Litecoin, which is supposedly coming out today. That is a 90% chance. We have Solana at 90%. We have XRP, 85%. We have Dogecoin at 80%, Cardano 75%, Polkadot 75%, HBAR 80%, and Avalanche at 75%. So while the rest of the market is down, Sui and Litecoin are slightly up on the day. Now, Litecoin is coming up into a bit of resistance. So we have been making this nice upward structure, building this uptrend here, but we are coming into this point of breakdown, which is the major high before the low before we broke down. So it's going to really face resistance as we come up to around $92. So not much to do for Litecoin right now. We kind of want to see what happens. If the Litecoin ETF does get approved, I'm sure this will probably blast through this. And then you can wait for a level reclaim because it'll be a lot more significant chances that this goes higher. And then we probably go towards at least $114. But likewise, if we have a delay or anything like that, it's possible that we just roll over here and we use this as resistance. So not much to do for Litecoin as well right now. Not much to do for a lot of altcoins. Pretty much just sitting and waiting to see what happens at New York Open today, but also with FOMC this week on Wednesday. We're kind of just waiting to see, and everything's kind of just, in that waiting purgatory zone. So that is the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Bitcoin just kind of holding up here. I think we're going to at least test this range here around $92,500, but maybe a little bit lower, around 91. So that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow.